Hi, I'm Jeff Wassmer, and I'm privileged to represent the 4th District on the York County Board of Supervisors. I started off in the Air Force years ago, spent about 11 years active duty and transferred to the Air National Guard. And when I was out of the military, I took a job as a defense contractor. My specialty is communications with intelligence systems. Worked in that area for a while, and in '99 I started my own company in Georgia. About a year later I moved it to the Virginia Peninsula and have lived here ever since. I've actually lived in York County longer than any other place except my parents' home. And my kids have graduated from York County high schools. My business now has grown to about 340 people at tops. We specialize in doing intelligence systems for the military. I've had the privilege of being involved in a lot of Peninsula organizations. I've been on the board of quite a few things, of the Boys and Girls Club, the Peninsula Fine Arts Center, Achievable Dreams, the Chamber of Commerce. I have the privilege, I say, of being the council president for the Boy Scouts of America in our area that serve thousands of youth. And that's always been a privilege. So I've always been involved in the community. I was appointed by Virginia governors to a couple of different commissions. One of those was as a commissioner of the Virginia Port Authority, and was elected by fellow commissioners to serve as the chairman of the Virginia Port Authority. It's about a $66 billion enterprise in Virginia, and it was an honor to serve at a critical time that we kind of turned the ship around and put it in the right direction. So I've always been involved, and I look forward and am anxious to bring some of those experiences to York County. Years ago, actually Tom Shepard appointed me to the Stormwater Advisory Committee here in York County that I know no longer exists, and was involved with the county a little bit, and I've been active in politics in York County for quite some time, and I've always kind of had a desire to serve and to kind of give back to the community. I've been extremely fortunate, and as I moved to a new area, was told by George Reshak that he wasn't running and that I should consider running, and I first said no, but as I thought about it and looked around, I didn't see anybody stepping up that I thought I had confidence in and could vote it. And so several people urged me that now was the time that I should consider it. I knocked on 2,800 doors and talked to a lot of York County citizens. And there are varying degrees of what people think and opinions, but I really kind of felt that I had the ability to listen. I like to communicate. I like to hear people's ideas and try to make the best decision forward. And so it just seemed like the right time. I think county government is critical, and you see the people that get up to Richmond and certainly in Washington that just get caught up in the whole process. Here in York County, I can make a difference. I get phone calls and emails every week about citizens that have issues, and it feels good to be able to get in and help and support and solve those things that mean the most to them. York County is a great place to live, and people move here. Obviously, the big reason people move here are the schools, and so it's important that we keep those viable and at the top of the systems so that we can educate our youth. But they stay here because it's a great place to live, and we have low crime, and it's a great community, and it brings a lot that people want. So challenges are of protecting that, and that's not an easy thing, especially as we see some of our larger businesses leaving, the refinery and the coal terminals out there. That's revenue that we need to replace. County services take money, and it takes dollars to bring the services and the schools and everything that people expect. So we need to find a way to diversify our tax base, and one of those is to find businesses that fit what York County wants. We need to really look at redevelopment. People don't like trees knocked down. We do have property in certain places that we could redevelop. As you look up and down Route 17, one of the issues with 17 is we've built residences or allowed neighborhoods to kind of get close to 17, so there's not a lot of depth there for like a large scale business, but we need to kind of relook at that. We have an aging population, and so every place you look there are more requirements or more needs, and it's how do we solve those needs and keep our taxes low. Nobody likes to pay taxes, but I think people also want good services. And so I think that's one of our key challenges. How do we diversify our tax base? How do we meet the needs of our our citizens? If you look at the dynamic in 1970, 35% of our population was school-aged. Today it's 23%. So that just shows the dynamic of our county aging a little bit. And so we need to ensure that when we talk about making that York County is a great place, we ensure that we look across the whole spectrum. And I think without a doubt, as people ask me what's the best part of York County, it's our citizens. I mean, we have engaged, caring citizens. You see it in the schools, you see it in our community, in our volunteers. We have people that volunteer thousands of hours every year to make this county a great place. And so it helps us spend less on schools yet get greater results. It helps us spend less on crime yet get greater results. So it's really the engaged citizens that are kind of the jewel of why York County is such a great place. So economic development, I think, is an important facet that we need to focus on, because it'll help us diversify that tax base. And a couple of things that just stand out a little bit is we have natural resources or things here in York County that we should take advantage of. One of those are the water and our waterways. York County has a lot of water. We have deep water at certain places. We have places that are zoned industrial use. That we need to look at how we'll redevelop and redevelop those and take advantage of our waterfront. We have a natural built-in tourism industry. The tourism industry isn't going to save us, but we're working extremely hard with partnership up in Williamsburg to really make that a destination and make York County a critical part of tourism. We talk about sports tourism as well. I'm amazed when I talk to people at work and they're getting in the car and going to Charlottesville or Charlotte or wherever for the weekend, and just found out that because they're going to a sports tournament. Why drive through the tunnel to go to Virginia Beach when you ought to come right here to York County and Williamsburg for those tournaments? We have great things that kids and families can do outside of those tournaments, just naturally built in here. So those are some of the things we really need to emphasize, is just taking advantage of some of the things that we inherently have here in the county. And that's just a couple of ideas of things that might help us diversify that tax base a little bit more. Well, I appreciate this opportunity just to sit down and talk a little bit. I know that all of us will never agree on everything, but I think we all agree that we want York County to be the best place it can be. And I think that's important for all of us to be involved in that. I would strongly encourage citizens to go on the York County website, watch the videos, watch the material that's put out there. There's a place that you can volunteer to be on boards and commissions. We have over 28 boards and commissions, and those are all volunteer citizens that help guide and direct the county policy and things that we invest in and things that are important to us. So I'd encourage everyone to reach out, volunteer in something that you're passionate about. And also reach out to your Board of Supervisors. The contact information is on the screen. Like I said, all of us won't agree on anything, but it's important that we hear your opinions and what means the most to you. And really collectively, hopefully we make the best decisions going forward. So I appreciate the time. I appreciate the trust and confidence of the voters. And I look forward to talking with you on any issue. Thanks, have a great day.